I'm going to make you my bacon, cheese and sweet potato fritters. They are delicious and most importantly, they're very easy to make. Now it starts with some self-raising flour in the pan here. And to that, I'll add a few eggs. That'll help to bind it together. And of course, I'm using Australian eggs and you can see how lovely they are. Just crack them on the side here like that and let them go. And if you do them properly, there'll be no shells in there at all. Now, I'll just mix these eggs around till they're broken up and they're much easier to put through the batter. Bust up those yolks there like that. All right, now we're ready for the rest. I'm going to add some smoked paprika, about a tablespoon of that, and some milk. If you want, you can use buttermilk, but I prefer just wholesome, plain milk. That's the perfect stuff. Now, I only add a little bit of milk because I want to have a fairly thick batter. So the trick with this is to keep mixing it around and around until you get the consistency you want. Now, I know this is going to need a little bit more milk, so in it goes. Now, that's thickening up beautifully. Now, I just want to mix that around to make sure there's no lumps and it's nice and thick. And have a look at the colour. You can see that smoked paprika has gone all the way through it and given it a really lovely red colour. Now, those lumps are still there, so it's just a little bit of a mix around with that whisk. And there we go, they're all gone. Now, I'll add some cornmeal to this, or polenta, about 1/4 cup of that. And of course, they're not bacon fritters unless you've got bacon in there. I've cut the bacon really, really fine, so it mixes all the way through and everyone gets a good little serving of bacon. Now, I'll take the whisk out, give it a bit of a tap like that, and I'll be able to mix everything through nice and easily. This is some sweet potato that I've grated nice and fine. In that goes some cheddar cheese, but you can use whatever cheese you want. In that goes as well. And to bring it all together, I use a little bit of breadcrumbs. These are fresh breadcrumbs and I'll put about 1/2 cup in there. And then you need to fold this through to make sure it's mixed evenly with the batter until I get it nice and sticky. That way it won't fall apart when I put the mixture into the fryer. Pop that aside here. Now it's time for some herbs, and you know I love my herbs. I've got coriander, parsley and chives, and I bunch them all together like this and chop through them nice and finely. They're sort of fine, but a little bit chunky as well, and they will mix up beautifully. Straight on top there like that. Now, I'll put the herbs in last because I really want to make sure I get the consistency of that batter really, really tight. Now, chilli is one of my favourite things, and I've got these long red chillies with the seeds in. I'll chop them nice and coarsely as well, all the way through like that, and then throw them into the mixture. You'll see all of these things coming together beautifully. Lots of fresh herbs in here and lots of tasty ingredients. Now, all I need to do is add a pinch of salt to make it even better, and we're nearly good to go. You can see my oil is nice and hot and we're ready to make the fritters. I grab the first one like this and pop it straight in. You can see it's starting to bubble, but not too fast. We want them to cook all the way through. So another little tip is to pop your spoon into the oil and then you can grab the fritter that you want. You don't want to overload the oil and take the heat out of it. So 5 or 6 in here. I'll take them out and pop the next ones in. These will be delicious. I've got the second batch cooking away and you can see they're sizzling away beautifully, under control at the right temperature, and they'll crisp up beautifully. The thing you'll notice when you use self-raising flour is they'll puff up a little bit and be nice and fluffy. Every now and again, once they're a little bit golden, just flip them over, and once they're nice and golden like these, they're ready to take out. And if you're not sure, you could always pull the first one out, break it in half, make sure it's cooked, and then keep on going. And of course, if it's not cooked, you just pop it back in and you've got 2 small ones. Now, this is a great way to serve them. I like to let them cool down a little bit, sprinkle some salt on top, and then grab one in a lettuce leaf like this, squeeze a little bit of lime on top so you've got some sharpness there, helps to cut through the oil, a couple of spring onions, some mint on there as well, a little bit of coriander, and that is the perfect little package. It means you can pick it up while it's hot and also gives you a lot of fresh, crunchy flavours while you eat it. That is really nice. It's got some crunch to it, got the cheese in there, chilli in there as well, lots of flavour, and nice and light and fluffy. Very, very crunchy and very scrumptious.